everyone. Well, first of all, I want to thank Dr. Jackie to allow to use this healing centers for us to shoot this video. My name is Eda Tong. I'm a naturopathic doctor from Houston, Texas. My practice, I've been practicing nutritional medicines for over 15 years. It went back to almost 25 years. How did I get started? I started because my oldest brother passed away from cancer when he was only 48 years old. At that time, that was my wake-up call. I realized we have the best medicine, the best hospital, you know, the best doctors in the world, and yet it can't help him. So that was the beginning of my awareness that I need to look for something else. Medicine alone is not enough. And then I started a family, a brand new family, and I said, well, I want to make sure my family and my children will stay as healthy as it can be. So that was the beginning of my search, and I just went to the health food store, bought an herb book, and started reading about herbs. And I realized, wow, I have no idea there's a natural antibiotic. So I started using my children as the guinea pig. I really did. I went to the health food store, buy, you know, herbs called echinacea golden seal to treat the sore throat, and it worked beautiful. So that was the beginning. And then, you know, universe is so kind to me. Is that when a student is ready, the teacher shows up, right? So I found a teacher, my first mentor. Her name is Elaine, and worked in a health food store. And she was iridology, and you know, start looking at my eyes and said, wow, I see all these things. So I asked her, can you teach me? Can you teach me to do what you do? And she said, well, you can learn, but I can't pay you. I said, you don't have to pay me, just let me learn what you're doing. So that was the beginning for me to learn about herbs. And so later on, I also realized the more I learn, the more I don't know. So I went and get my degree as a naturopath. And so 15 years ago, my clients and friends start asking me, would you help my friends? And then more and more mommies start coming to my home and ask me to help them. So I decided to do a little practice in the house and help my friends. So that was 15 years ago. I never thought I would be standing in front of the camera and talking to you. But the knowledge that I have learned was from my clients. All my clients have given me a chance to really practice on them, and that's what we call practice, right? I was really practicing on them, and but I tell you, it was stories after stories after stories that if my clients give me enough time, at least 90 days, we can see something remarkable changing in the body. And I tell you, the body is a miracle machine. God have designed a perfect machine for us. The problem is we didn't take time to learn how to take care of this body inside. We spend a lot of money on the outside of the body, but we never take time to take care inside the body. And so what happened is we start getting symptoms. We start getting symptoms, and so the symptoms, we give it a name, okay, and we call it disease. We call it disease. And so these are some of the experience. I do iridology, which is the study of the eyes, sclerotic, which is the red vein of the eyes, and then I use herbs and homeopathic medicine to work with my clients. Now, this is what we are talking about, degenerating diseases. And a lot of you never heard of that term, but we are suffering with things like cancer, hypertension, diabetes, heart diseases, arthritis, autoimmune disease. And the question is, are any of these contagious? No. You can't give someone cancer, you can't give someone diabetes, you can't give someone high blood pressure, but yet we are having more and more. And now the most common diseases we have, which is the three highs: high blood pressures, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. Right? And so this is a very common disease now. It's become so common, you know, conversation is just comparing the milligram of the dosage. They are talking, well, you take that medicine, well, I take this one, I take, you know, that's the conversation on people's, you know, when they get together comparing medicine to each other. And that's, to me, you know, that's not normal. because God never designed medicine. God already produced a lot of medicine from food for us. We just didn't take time to learn. So today, it is your first day. If you never heard of natural nutrition, alternative medicine, or integrated medicine, today is the first day you're going to learn about how God has provided so many natural medicine on earth. And with the technology we have right now, we don't have to boil it, we don't have to mash it. It comes in capsules, and it comes in powder, concentrate, or it comes from extract. So we're using the modern technology and adding the old ancient knowledge that we have put aside, and we're using these products to help to support our body. What happened? Why are we getting diseases? Why are we getting symptoms? We're getting symptoms is because the cell having a problem. Okay, we all start with one cell, right? And then when the sperm makes together, it starts multiplying, and then you created a human being. So our body is made with trillions of cells, right? Now what is this cells need? Nutrition. That's how the baby grows. They need nutrition from the mommy's womb. So when you get out of the mommy, you still nutrition. That's why you need mother's milk and formula. So the body continue and the cells continue to need nutrition to keep it healthy, so it can duplicate healthy cells, right? Okay. So now what happened is the lifestyle and the way we are doing right now, we are not feeding the cell. What are we feeding? Most people are feeding the cell with drugs and antibiotics. Okay, most people feeding malnutrition. What happens? Malnutrition means you're not getting enough nutrition. Now we are not lack of calorie. We definitely eat a lot of food that have lots of calorie, but we are lacking nutrition. Next, and radiations, X-ray, radiation. You realize that you have radiation on your cell phone? Yeah, that's right. Okay, and stress. We're gonna address that a lot next. And viruses, next, oxidation, insufficient oxygens, and free radical. This is what's happening to us every day in this society, environment we're living with. And our cells continue to get damaged from this. Now, what are we doing to the disease right now? Are we treating disease, or are we treating the symptoms, or are we looking at the cause?
Treating the symptoms.
Okay, so how are we treating the symptoms? You got a headache, you take a pain pill. Your thyroid doesn't work, you take a thyroid pill. Your heart doesn't work, you take a heart pill. Your kidney doesn't work, you take a water pill. Your pancreas doesn't work, you take a sugar pill. We got medicine for just about every organs that is not working. Okay, and if you have headache and migraine, you keep taking a lot of pain pill. So are we treating the cause? Are we treating the roots of the problem? No. And so that's why people end up starting with one pill, and then after a while you have 5 or even up to 10 pills to take. And then after that you have another pill to take care of the side effect of the first pill. And so that's how we're treating diseases right now. So what we try to do is to teach the public, let's don't just focus on disease, let's treat wellness. How can we keep this body stay healthy and prevent you into that route? So let's find out what causes degenerating diseases. What causes it? Well, after so many years of working with my clients, I found out there's the 4 biggest causes. Number 1 is what we call the silent killer. The number 1 silent killer is stress. And what happens? Stress creates a hormone called cortisol. Anyone you heard of this? Okay, great. Number 2 is standard American diet stand for SAD. And I don't have to convince you what that is, okay? And this SAD diet is not just happening in the United States. We are bringing KFC, all these processed fast food restaurants to overseas, okay? So, in China, they never seen McDonald's and none of those fast food restaurants before, but now they are there, and we're having fat Chinese babies and fat Chinese kids because they love those food, okay? And they want to follow the American lifestyle, all right? And so now what are they getting? They're getting the American diseases too, okay? And what happened? Nutritional starvation. You may be eating to your heart's content, but your body may be still starving nutritionally, and that's what we really need to talk about. Of course, lack of water and oxygen. So this 4 things is enough to get the cell continue to cause cell damage. Okay, now look at the type of symptoms that are caused by stress. Okay, if your stress is high, most people will start having a lot of headache, migraine. Okay, now look at how many people are having a bottle of Tylenol in front of the working desk. And if you just say, I got a headache, they will be glad to give you a Tylenol. Okay, and you don't even need to check with your doctor to take that. Right. In a sense, something, you know. And now sometimes when we share this concept to people, and they say, wait a minute, let me check with the doctor. Okay, and yet they are medicating themselves all day long, just getting not prescription but non-prescription medicine from the counter, and that's the beginning of people getting a lot of problem by using a lot of non-prescription medicine. And so headache, migraine, and then skin start getting very acidic. Then you got rosacea or a lot of acne. Muscle and joints. You know, when you are tense, when you're stressed out, what happened to your neck and shoulder? It's tightened up, and then you have pain, and that's why Dr. Jackie got the customers, because they have all this tension on the neck, right? And the spine, everything is all tensed up. Then what happens when your stress is high? Your heart will have your faster heartbeat, and sometimes it can cause like an anxiety attack and heart palpitation. And they checked in the hospital, and they said you didn't have a heart attack, but actually it was anxiety or a panic attack. Stomach, by then you will have so much acid reflux problem. You know, you're already popping, you know, a lot of anti-acid medicine. Pancreas, the sugar starts shooting up. Intestines, you might having diarrhea or constipation. Either way, and your reproductive system, you will have a lot of hormonal problem. And by then, your immune system is down to the toilet. Okay, and that's what stress can cause. A lot of you said it all the time. Stress is killing me. My stress is killing me, and literally it is killing you. But we don't have nothing for that except well, you can do yoga or massage and you know that, but that's just temporarily. What can we do every day? Okay, next. And so the basic formula to help, this is just a protocol I have come together, is we have to cleanse the body from the toxins that we get from our food. Okay, from the toxins, you know, the cortisol, that stress hormone, is also very toxic, you know. Okay, so that's why stress can kill you, because the hormone, the cortisol you're creating from stress is causing toxins. So we have to find out, make sure we do something every day to cleanse the toxins. And then we need to balance. What do we need to balance? We need to get that stress under control, to get the cortisol under control. And also there's another hormone that I want you to learn, is called the leptin hormone. Now if you want to learn more about that, there's a video in YouTube. It's called the 5 Rules of Leptin Diet. Okay, it's not even a diet, but educate yourself, do your own homework, learn more about leptin. Then the last thing, we have to feed our cells. We have to feed the cell to help the cells to repair and rebuild. Okay, so your body will continue to duplicate healthy cells. Okay, so now let's look at cleanse. Okay, a lot of you heard of detox. Detox tea, detox this, detox that. But you know, there is more than just the colon, there's more than just the liver. And so let's talk